Yo, what is going on YouTube? It is your boy Jay Mitter. And look, today I'm coming back with y'all with another video. Now look, different type of setting today. This time we in the man cave with it. Y'all can see I told you I'll be watching my own videos. Y'all can see in the background. We already watched some March Madness, you know what I'm saying? But look, I know you guys were asking me yesterday, yo Jay, did you see Solluminati's video? And by the way, you know the vibes. Glove motion, all 2025, you know what I'm saying? But look, you guys were asking me, did I see Solluminati's video? And I told y'all I watched it, but I keep rewatching the video, okay? And the more I keep rewatching the video, something's telling me like, this is great, but I feel like, in my opinion, it's a little too late. You know what I'm saying? Now, before you guys get in the comment section and say, like, what do you mean? Like, So's a legend in this community. I know he is. Matter of fact, shout out to Solluminati. We know he's a legend. When I was younger, I used to watch him, like he said in his video. When he was playing the game back then, a lot of us were younger. I was one of those younger people, right? But what I'm saying is, I feel like 2K26 has already a direction. And a lot of y'all are going to be confused, and a lot of y'all are going to be like, well, what you mean? Like, they ain't even dropped no 2K26 news, Jay. But if you look at it, every time when 2K has a game, like, they're usually working on the next game already, right? So I feel like 2K26 has a direction. I feel like it's going to have pro play. I feel like it's going to be, the city is going to return. I feel like the microtransactions are going to be still bad, right? I don't think anything's going to get better, okay? Now, I hope I'm wrong, right? I hope I'm wrong, but if I'm being realistic here, right? Yes, did we need more people like Solluminati to come back, who was an OG, a legend in the 2K community, to use his voice? Yes. But I feel like I said, y'all, it's a little too late, bro. You know what I'm saying? People leave for a reason, bro. You know what I'm saying? When people get an opportunity, right? He even said this in his video. When people in the community get an opportunity to leave the 2K community, notice how they never come back. Now, yes, he came back, made a video because he realized how bad it was. I want you to understand, by the way, too. Yes, and I've been telling y'all this before, multiple times. How many times says in my video? I've said this multiple times in my videos. I was like, dog, you guys got to think. A lot of these people that blew up and, had these big followings, they came from the 2K community. You guys don't think, like, when they are live streaming, they can't go live and be like, yo, chat, who want to run? They don't do that because that's how bad the game is. You see what I'm saying? And a lot of y'all be like, y'all just want to complain. But when Solluminati says it, now it's, hey, man, that's facts. But and again, like I said before, I'm not hating. I'm just telling y'all what I see, right? When I say these things about, like, the microtransactions and the gameplay and everything is bad, I'm looked at like as a complainer. But when he says it, you know what I'm saying? Hey, man, I'm glad you speaking facts. You know what I'm saying? Now, like I said, I know not everybody is going to like me. Okay, I get that. But when I'm calling it what it is, and people are calling me a complainer, it is very frustrating, bro. Because like I said, people don't understand. Yes, when So was playing back then, when he was streaming back then, I was younger. Yes, I was one of those kids that he was talking about, probably about 14, 15 years old, maybe 16, right? I was young, right? But now the fact that I've, obviously grown up, right? Realize what the game is for what it is, and it's not getting no better. And I'm taking the time out my day, right, to do something that I love to do, which is use my voice. And I actually care about the state of the 2K community. And you got people telling me that I'm complaining is insane to me, bro. See what I'm saying? But this is why I feel when people get an opportunity to leave, they leave and they don't come back. It's because some of y'all, like I said, y'all are not appreciative, or you don't understand, you don't really love 2K, right? Like, look at this, right? Look at this. I'm a fan of my own work regardless, bro. You see what I'm saying? I am a fan of my own work. While I watch March Madness, which this is Duke and this is Arizona and Duke, and then over here we got, I believe, Texas Tech and Arkansas, if I'm correct, right? I'm a fan of my own work regardless. But when it comes to 2K, once again, what did So talk about as well in his video? The devs. Where's Blue Bat? Where's Mike Wang? I told you guys this. But here's what I'm saying again. Like I said, shout out to So. He's one of the creators I used to watch when I was younger. Why is it when I say these things, Everybody's like, man, you just yapping, you complain. Y'all get the point. I'm tired of talking in circles, right? But yeah, y'all can see Arkansas Tech is Texas Tech, right? Arkansas is Texas Tech, right? I'm talking so fast. But like I said, y'all, I think it's too late. I think 2K26 is gonna be trash. People literally in my stream last night, where I gave you opportunities to come in my stream last night, will join the stream last night, pause, and let y'all say what y'all wanted to say. And I was like, do y'all think pro play is gonna be in the game? And y'all was like, yes, pro play not going nowhere. I told y'all, if pro play is in the Cooper Flag's limping, if pro play is in the next 2K26, well, he might be good, right? Then I'm like, you don't even, I don't even want to be a part of it. You see what I'm saying? Like, I'm being for real with y'all. This is not gonna be the longest video, right? I'm gonna repeat myself again. If pro play, right, is confirmed in the next 2K, J Mid does not want to be a part of that. You know what I'm saying? Because I told y'all before how much I dislike pro play. I'm not a fan of pro play whatsoever. I don't know why people don't understand me when I say that. Pro play gotta go. Been saying that. It's like I talk in circles, right? But look, I want y'all to see this, right? I want y'all to see this because I'm literally, like I said, I watch my own videos. I cover all of this stuff. I do my own thing, right? I don't ask to collab with nobody, none of that stuff, bro. I just, do what I love to do. And like I said, I'm going to keep going, keep being consistent. That's the thing that, I respect what So said. He said, y'all keep grinding, keep, getting in your bag. I respect that. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, because somebody said, like, well, do you think, J Mid, that there's going to be more OG or more legends previously or still legends in the 2K community that are going to come back and speak their mind on NBA 2K right now? Be honest with y'all, no. Yes, it's grateful that So, made that video showing his concerns and that he actually still cares about the 2K community. He loves 2K community. Like I said, a lot of people left for a reason, y'all. A lot of these people left for a reason. And what makes you think they want to come back? Now, yes, So literally said if the game was good, they still be playing it, of course. I mean, like he said, everybody hoops. Everybody plays basketball, which is facts. Which you got to give him that. That is facts. Everybody does play basketball nowadays. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to 2K, everybody, they might not be the best, but they going still try to play and hoop. You know what I'm saying? But what I'm saying is, I'm not talking about them coming back to playing. I'm talking about them making a video. Meaning, do you guys think, because y'all are going to ask me, do I think, are there going to be any not old, but any previous legendary 2K content creators make a video speaking of the narrative of the game or what they feel like is the problem with the game? I don't see that happening, not one bit, y'all. You see what I'm saying? I don't see that happening, right? Because like I said, to them, they probably done moved on. They don't, they doing IRL stuff. I told y'all IRL stuff is the wave. They not even messing with 2K, right? So like I said, y'all, I just feel like it's a little too late. I feel like it's unfortunate. And maybe it may be time to move on from 2K, y'all. Like, it's just the reality, bro. Like, I know a lot of us, like last night I wanted to play Black Ops 6. People in my community were telling me like, man, that game bad too. But I'm like, yeah, but I just want to have fun. They're like, yeah, but there's nothing but hackers and cheaters on Black Ops 6, Jay. And it's like, bro, I just want to have fun. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather play Black Ops 6 because I could at least have somewhat of enjoyment and control of what I want to do. Yes, I understand there's hackers and cheaters. 2K has RNG everywhere. Shooting, defending, playmaking, rebounding. Not to mention there's no matchmaking, right? And then they put you out of position. I get tired of it, right? I get tired of it. And I told y'all last night, I said, bro, this is why I don't stream it, right? If I stream, it's to have a conversation with y'all. That's why this last night says, it says, the problems with NBA 2K25, join the party, let's talk. I wanted to talk to you guys, right? Which I did, which shout out to y'all if y'all was in that live stream. We talked about a lot. We talked about how I felt about a lot of things and how I also feel like, this comp word is too much accessible in the 2K community currently right now. I feel like comp should be something that's earned and not just we go off a win percent and player plaque, whatever you want to call it, player status, bro. But we're not gonna get into that again, right? But that's just how I feel about it, right? I feel like if you are a so-called comp, it's something you have to earn, and people know you're like what you can do. They know, like, you know, your name hold weight. You know what I'm saying? You earn it. They know what you mean. They know you stand on business for real. You know what I'm saying? But like, that's how I look at it. But we're not gonna talk about that. Like I said, y'all, that's how I feel about it going forward. You know, a lot of y'all want to get my reaction to his video. That's all. That's how I feel about it, bro. That's how I feel about it. I don't think that's gonna get any better. Yes, you guys are gonna have to continue to make more videos. I mean, because it's the only way. And what's the worst thing? And he even said this. He didn't even want to cuss. This is how you know So really care about the 2K community, right? Or he felt bad, right? He said, I'm gonna try not to cuss in this video because I want the dev team to see this. And you know what's sad? The dev team probably still not gonna see it, right? Because the devs are not even around, which I've been telling y'all is that as well. You know what I mean? So I'm just keeping it real with y'all, bro. Like, I don't think anything's gonna get any better. I really don't. I mean, I hope I'm wrong. But if I'm being real, right? If I'm being real with y'all, we are most likely cooked. And that's a bad thing. You know what I mean? I feel like this 2K community is cooked. I don't think anything's getting any better. We are cooked, okay? And the only thing that can fix that is if the devs start experiencing what we are experiencing as a community as a whole. And as of right now, they're not doing that. You know what I'm saying? And that's what makes it even frustrating, is that we experience these things like RNG. But there's been multiple times where I get on my center and I'm better than this dude. Like, I played a center today earlier, 99 strength, 99 rebounding. I'm out rebounding him because obviously I know how to get better positioning. I know how to, you know, space the floor. He's on an inside. Why is it because I'm getting more boards than when he has higher attributes that the ball is going to him 2 times, 3 times in a row to where I can't even get to the rebound, right? Then you miss a slightly early free throw, but make an early free throw. It's like, bro, what is it? It's like the game decides what you are experiencing and what you're going to do, right? But like I said, y'all, that's just how I feel about it going forward. Cooper Flag is definitely going off right now. And no, I'm not a fan of neither team playing. I told you, I'm a sports fanatic, right? Y'all see what we got going in the background, bro. Y'all see this? We got the three TVs, bro. Like, come on now, right? But, you know, I'm a super sports fanatic, right? You know, I don't really care who wins these games right here. Yeah, I know football season about to be back, right? Maybe I go live during the draft. But look, that's how I feel about it going forward, bro. It might be time to move on. Shout out to Solluminati, ever see this video. You know, appreciate him. But, you know, it's a little too late, bro. If I'm being real, it's a little bit too late. It is a little too late, right? And that's just what it is, y'all. So, like I said, y'all be good. Stay safe, stay hydrated. Y'all know the vibes, man. J, Mid, Glove, Motion, all 2025. Appreciate y'all. We out. You know what I'm saying? Peace.